was following you and saw your recent Instagram, and I know that this last tournament you wrestled in didn't quite go as well as you'd have liked it to. You want to talk us through that a little bit?
Yeah, that I mean that it's so kind of fresh. It's still like
Right.
almost like still going through like grief with it all because it literally was like I didn't know that that would be it. Like this was the such a great year of competition for me, and this was basically going to be me going out there and doing what I can, and I really thought national title was in the cards, and everything was working until it wasn't, and then basically just lost two big matches at regionals, and failed to qualify basically, and it's like 17 years of wrestling. It's like it can just be over like that, especially with college. Past 5 years, and it happens quick, but the sun came up, so.
Yeah, for sure. Reading your post, I thought there was a lot of good insight and just like maturity there, because that's a super tough situation, especially because you're very much in the spotlight and you have a big platform. So, for you, what do you feel like? I know it's super fresh, but do you feel like there's already lessons that you're learning, given the situation?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, a big thing on me personally was just, I would say that like life other than wrestling in your sport. Like I've known recently that it's like, thinking that you're only an athlete for a couple hours, you show up to practice or whatever. But I think if you want to compete on a high level, like it has to be in so much aspects of your life, right? Like what you're eating, how you're waking up, and just not even thinking about the training regimen, but what you're spending your time doing and also not doing. And now that it's like passing, that it's like, well, now that I'm not necessarily a college athlete anymore through competition, it's like I can I still enjoy life not competing in the sport. And I think like being with my family and especially like my fiance, and really sitting down and thinking of being like, I was pursuing, a goal I set for myself for so long. And I knew that maybe it wasn't gonna 100% satisfy me, because like, accomplishing maybe something crazy, it comes and goes, right? It just collects dust. But now that it's done and over with, and just regardless of how it happened, I think I can come to terms with being like, you know what? I have to see this as this is the greatest thing to ever happen to me, regardless. A similar situation happened in high school where I was ranked number one in state and I didn't make it to state. So it's like, so like just crazy how that works. But now given that comes around again, it's like, you just got to keep putting one foot after the other. And if I truly can make a bigger impact from like losing from the situation, then let's say if I would have won nationals, and it's like, that's life, right? You don't win all the time. Sometimes you just have to get up and keep going. So I think that's where I'm standing right now.
Yeah, the amount of love on your post was crazy. Like the feedback from everybody. Like it just obviously right now it's super fresh, so it's tough to see, but just to see a glimpse of like what God could be using this, trial and setback for, to inspire and lead so many people, that, that can be some sort of hopefully solace for you during this, obviously tough time.
Yeah, I mean, the support has been crazy, especially like on that post. And, I waited, 3 or 4 days to make something, because I needed to completely step away. And that's one thing I did, that I just like, I didn't even open my phone. I was getting, hit up with messages from, all sorts of people. And I just like, I had to just turn off my mind and everything. And I'm grateful I kind of took the time away to just really kind of sit on it, and not having that to think about, or knowing that people know, I would say. But I am very humbled at being like the amount of people and just so many relationships I built through the years, that it's like, it's very, very humbling that they, still support, and it does truly mean the world to me. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah. Well, it just shows that you are so much bigger than your sport and what you do. And you're making an impact on people that is going to last like, well beyond just competition years. And so I guess you probably maybe don't even know this answer, but do you have a plan? Like, what's next for you? Do you want to continue to compete? Are you retiring, or what's the move?
Yeah, I mean, this is really interesting. That's kind of always been a huge topic of conversation with this last year. But like, I want to do content, right? Like, of course, regardless of what I do, that's really what I love. I love to do it. Competition wise, I don't know what the future for wrestling holds. I think, like always, there's that opportunity of whether celebrity matches comes up, or if Muggsy wants part 2. Other than that, I would love to kind of start like a road to jiu-jitsu something. I've never really did that, but I do think that there's a, possibility and a new venture and almost a new market to reach. So I think that would be really fun to go into and kind of see where that leads to. So
yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, you see a lot of people like transitioning into jiu-jitsu post college as just something to do that's not, wrestling. You still, I'm sure, have that competitive drive and that itch to like scrap. And so I feel like that makes sense. And it'll be even cooler because you'll literally get to document and get content of the whole process. Start off as a white belt, right? Then move up through the ranks.
Yeah, no, that is a great that's a great point. And I can't wait to just see, I guess, how I progress and just the new people I get to meet and maybe the new techniques. Cause in wrestling, it's like, once you get to a point, you're just putting yourself in situations, but I basically know nothing about jujitsu. So I'd be very curious to see, kind of the first steps that way. But regardless, I mean, I think beach wrestling too, that might also be another cool opportunity, especially because I think content wise, that's very, I'd say very neutral of a thing that anyone can just say, oh, here's a beach and these two guys, whoever gets just, a few takedowns. It's very simple. So I think that can hit that way, but I think that'd be super fun.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like there's a lot of opportunities for you and a lot of different paths you can take, but whatever it is, I'm sure it'll go well, and you'll be able to, like you said, make a lot of cool new relationships, meet a lot of cool people, and have a big impact. If you guys like that clip, check out the whole podcast here and make sure to hit that subscribe button.